There's no football today, you might be thinking. They've already decided who's playing in the Super Bowl, and that doesn't happen until next Sunday. Well, there is football today. It's Junk Wax Genius, the channel on YouTube where we open old sports cards and talk about it. And today, I didn't get to do a live rip during the AFC or NFC championship games due to weather. We can all forgive each other for weather-related stuff, so we're going to open some football cards today. Fill in that gap. Help you with the Jones while the Super Bowl is one more week away. We're going to do 91 Upper Deck. I've got 93 Topps, Series 1 and 2, 92 Score, 92 Pinnacle, and then a Rack Pack, 1990 Topps. I'm Junk Wax Genius, where we open old sports cards and talk about it. I hope everybody is doing well, that maybe you've thawed out from the storm that swept the nation, it seems, the last few days. I've still got a skating rink in my front yard, not intentionally, mind you. Mark Bavaro starts off this pack. They're going to go every which way because this is Upper Deck. Anthony Thompson, Chris Hinton. Oh, there's the football. I didn't see it at first. James Francis, he's got two first names. He's the defender, not the quarterback. Dan Saliamua. Checklist card. The Chargers featuring Anthony Miller. Mike Dumas, star rookie. I'm sure Floyd Dixon appreciated having that as his football card. Sorry, Floyd. Sorry, Floyd. Carl Banks, Big Daddy Carl Banks. Kevin Ross. That's a nice photo. I like that one. If you're going to be a cornerback pictured on a football card, you better be swallowing up a wide receiver. Tim Green on the phone. You got a game to play, bud. Hang it up. And Mike Dumas again. Doubles in the same pack. All right, 91 Upper Deck. Let's do 92 Pinnacle. 16 cards, $2 on the price tag. There's the Score Guard Authenticator Lens offer. I do have a Score Guard. I didn't bring it to this opening, but it's a little lens, kind of a lenticular lens that you place over this weird-looking code thing at the bottom, and it verifies. It just simply tells you that it is, in fact, a legitimate card. They're all stuck together. They look exactly like baseball cards from this year. Underwhelming. Look at this gloss, though. It's glue. Chris Dolman starts us off. Pop Rodney Hampton. Dino Hackett. Ray Crockett. Sidelines. A couple of tough-looking dudes on motorcycles. You're telling me NFL players like riding motorcycles in their spare time? Really? Color me surprised. Idols card. We've got William Andrews and Marion Butts. Rodney Peete. Reggie Roby. Ernest Givens. Brad Baxter. Gary Zimmerman. Joe Bowden, rookie card, nice. James Brooks with the Browns? I don't remember James Brooks playing for the Browns. Really? I don't remember that. I strictly remember him as a Bengal and feel like I would have remembered James Brooks coming to Cleveland as a rival. Fred McAfee. Jeff Feagles, who played for the Eagles. He couldn't have played for anybody else. And John Casey. So many kickers. All right, there's our Pinnacle. And again, if you've got the little lens, there are videos here on the channel where I demonstrate, but you lay it over that thing and it just verifies that these cards have not been counterfeit or otherwise scammed. Let's do 92 Score. 16 cards per pack. Again, tamper-proof foil. Have you subscribed to the channel? If you like watching somebody open old sports cards so you don't have to open yours, especially on a snowy, cold, wintry day. Today might be the day that you hit that little button and give me your endorsement. I do appreciate it. Nick Bell. Oh, these cards look like Saved by the Bell. The name Nick Bell reminded me, like the teal, the greens, all of these look like the opening credits to the TV show, Saved by the Bell. Nick Bell. Greg Lewis. Joe Jacoby. I like how they let the player kind of stick up and out of the photo frame a little bit. Winston Moss. Mike Pryor. Roger Craig. Excellent. Mike Merriweather. Barry Sanders. You don't get much better than that. Ricky Sanders. Jeff Uhlenhake. Jimmy Smith. Jared Bunch. Tony Jones, Little Big Men. He's only 5'7". He weighs just 139 pounds, but he's got extraordinary speed. Lucky you, Tony Jones. Eric Allen, Jim Richer, and Willie Galt wrap up our 92 score football. How about that? Let's put Barry Sanders on top, where he belongs. He can hang out with Rodney Peete from that other pack earlier. All right, we got some tops left. 93, Series 1 and Series 2, and then the rack pack of 1990. I will try to do more football here as we lead up to the big game. I don't know if I'm allowed to say Super Bowl as a promotional thing on the channel. I might get demonetized or something by the NFL for actually using the phrase Super Bowl instead of big game and sounding like a fool. Topps team leader Jerry Rice starts off that pack. Field General Chris Spielman, nice. Another team leader, Chris Burkett. Eric Green. Ernest Biner, team leader. So many team leaders. Barry Sanders again. Ricky Jackson. Again, showing the pattern here. The Topps cards look exactly like Topps baseball cards from this season. Ricky Jackson. Vaughn Dunbar. Our Topps gold card, Eric Howard. Matt Brock. George Thornton. Richmond Webb. Mike Ken. Okay, legibility issues for me. Brian Noble and Lynn Elliott. Yeah, the design here is basically just a carbon copy of the baseball design. Not the greatest innovation for Topps football. Let's do Series 2 from 1993. At least they stopped putting gum in here. That's nice. Qadri Ishmael, draft pick card. Nice. Darryl Talley. I'll flip some of these over. Jerome Bettis, draft pick card. Excellent. Nice card for the bus. Jeff Query. Harry Galbraith. David Alexander. Love the landscape layout. At least they did that right. Antone Davis. Gary Plummer. Gold card here is Patrick Hunter. Dean Biasucci. Maurice Hurst. Eugene Robinson. Terrell Buckley. Jeff Cross. And Jay Novacek finish off that year of Topps. But Jerome Bettis, we'll take that. Pretty good. Is this a rookie card? I would assume that this is considered his rookie card, but then there's probably somebody who's like, no, he's got one in 1990 Pacific, and that's, I don't care. If it's got his rookie stats from his rookie season, or even before, it's a rookie card in my book. Sorry, Dr. James Beckett, your definitions are out of date. 1990 Topps football 45 cards plus a special 1,000-yard club. That makes a total of 46. Let's see what we get. We can rip it clean right down the seam. Not quite, but good enough to get the cards out. First sells our 1,000-yard club card featuring Brian Blades, Gary Clark, Ricky Sanders. See tops here, the design kind of looks like 1990 baseball, but it's different. Not exactly the same. You didn't have to just copy, paste, or template. Come on. Ricky Sanders, Jim Sweeney, Leslie O'Neill, Doug Smith, Kevin Haverdink, Derek Hill, Chip Banks, Larry Kinnebrew, Scott Davis, nice flow. Scott, how do you even get the helmet on over that? Keena Turner. Galliano orchestrates the offense. Passing leaders, Joe Montana and Boomer Esiason, our 1989 passing leaders. Nice. Tim Gordon and Jacob Green finished that first cell. In the middle, we pull out Alfonso Carricker, Michael Stewart, Mark Wilson, Mel Owens, Reggie Roby, we've seen him before today, Anthony Carter, nice, John L. Williams, Paul Gruber, Jeff Ulenake, we've seen him before today, Darryl Talley, probably seen him before, Tim Brown, we saw him getting wrapped up earlier, Robert Perriman, Albert Lewis, Steve Smith, and Robert Clark. Cool. All right. We're going to finish up last cell of Sunday football on Junk Wax Genius. Sunday football for today, more to come. Maybe we'll do more during the big game. It's the Super Bowl. That's the big game I'm referring to. Harris Barton, Tim Crumry, Pat Leahy, James Brooks with the Bengals, like you would expect, Haywood Jeffries, Clay Matthews, Jack Trudeau, Jim Harbaugh. Fun fact, Jim Harbaugh, for his career, has more rushing yards than Bo Jackson. I know. Mike Pitts, Chris Carter, John Taylor, Mike Kofer, Greg Montgomery, Bill Bates, and we end with Cornelius Bennett. Pretty good selection of stars from this vintage 1990, 89, 90 era in the NFL when I was still paying close attention. All right, that's what we got. Thanks for being here on the channel today. We'll be back tomorrow with 2 more packs guaranteed. And depending on how the weather goes today, maybe I'll record something else if I'm snowbound. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.